Welcome to today's live. Our topic is the God's brain connection. This is a topic that is so dear to me because on my journey with my child, especially when it happened with potty training, it was a big challenge. Until I discovered how crucial, how important the gut, healing the gut is to the total transformation. My child had leaky gut, like so some persons that know, you know, and it was a serious battle. When I started healing my child's gut, that's where the transformation began. Today, with the few time we have, I'm just going to be sharing some interesting things for you to know so you take action and know that healing your child's gut is very, very important. I want you to stop asking what is wrong with my child. Now start asking, what is my child's body trying to tell me? Stop asking what is wrong with my child. Find out what is the child's body trying to tell you. What is the communication? What is it trying to explain to you? Don't just see the problems because it's quick for us parents to say, I don't know why the child is behaving like this. The parent told me my child one day want trouble. Please don't say that. Study your child, observe your child, find out why is the child behaving like this? Because nothing just happened. There is always a trigger. There is always a trigger for that child of yours that is behaving in an aggressive manner, that is not tolerating food, that is having meltdown, that is having sleepless nights, that is not sleeping throughout the night. It doesn't just happen. Find out what your child is trying to tell you. Every behavior is communication. That is one thing you should realize. And that is what I've come to tell you. So that while trying to help your child thrive, while trying to help your child lead an independent life, you should realize that no behavior just happens without the gut being disrupted. So you are welcome. Please invite your friends, call your neighbors, call those you know that will benefit from this. Thank you as you do that. Let them know that the Visitor Mom is life and we are here for you. Every child is important. Every child has their own unique challenges. What it is for one child might not be what it is for the other child. We should realize that the principles are the same, though the methodology differ. That's why they say when you meet one child with autism, you've met one. They are not the same. That's why you need to study your child as a parent. Study your child. What is this child's issue? What is this child's situation? Trying to tell me what's this behavior that I'm seeing like this. Try to take notes. It could be, what did this child eat at lunch? Because I realized that it's food, because there's some food you give to your child and they become very hyperactive. They start steaming, start laughing, that drunken laughter. You'll be wondering, why is this child laughing unnecessarily? What is going on? If your child hits others, possible message, I am overwhelmed. If your child screams, possible message, I don't feel safe. If your child refuses food, possible message, my body is uncomfortable. Don't just take it that they are just trying to be problematic. No, I want you to note the four causes of challenging behaviors. Number one, I'll put it like this: above water, below water. Meltdown, below water could be physical causes. Above water, aggression. Below water could be sensory causes, hyperactivity, emotional causes, anxiety, environmental causes. There are reasons why children act the way they do, especially those with developmental issue. No child just acts out. No. Most people react to what they see. But do you know what great parents do? They investigate what they don't see, because we are mainly controlled by what the eyes can see. You heal from the inside out, not outside in. Every trigger, every behavior, every aggression you see is from the inside, is from the inside trying to communicate to you that all is not well here. There's an issue here. There's an issue here. Fix it. So, parents, you need to be observant. You need to pay close attention to your child's behavior. It will help you in no small measure. Now we're talking about the gut brain connection. Imagine your child's guts and brain are constantly sending messages to each other. When the gut is happy, you will see better mood, you will see better sleep, you will see better attention, you see better learning. But when the gut is distressed, you see irritability, you see anxiety, you see sleep difficulty. The child will sleep throughout the night. That's why some people will say, every 2 a.m., every 3 a.m., my child will wake up, start disturbing the entire household. They'll just be laughing. They'll just be. No child will want to do that if the child is not having some challenges. You will see reduced concentration. And the child that is not concentrated cannot really learn. You will see increased behavioral issues. So you need to realize that when the gut is distressed, you see all these issues coming up. Because I saw this. My child had constipation because the gut was leaking. So I'm going to tell you 5 signs that the gut may be affecting behavior. Number one is chronic constipation. Like I said, my child was there. Days he will not use the toilet. Frequent bloating. You see, some of them they will eat, the foods won't digest, especially with a certain type of food. Extreme food selectivity. They don't go near a certain type of food. Some they want to eat, the food must be very cranky. If it's not, noodles or crunchy, that's the chew and it's very hard, they don't eat. Why some? The food need to be very mushy. If it's not food you just want to say, what's this? Is it for a baby? They will not eat. They have different texture they like. So it is different for every child. Some is sleep difficulties. And number 5, behavior changes after certain food, like I said. You see, when this child ate this, I noticed it. When this child took this, I realized that this is happening. That is why you need to pay attention. This does not automatically mean that gut issues are the cause all the time, but they are clues worth investigating, especially with qualified professionals. You need to realize this. Now, why some children appear different after eating? Number 1, blood sugar spike, energy surges, energy crashes. You see these children, they just take these foods and you are seeing the different person altogether after like 30 minutes. Attention changes. They lose attention. Behavior changes. So I'm going to illustrate like in a triangle. You see, this is the brain. On the left is the gut. The right is behavior. Each affects the other. One change can bring change to the other. Change one, you influence the others. Like I said, when I was battling with these challenges with my child, there was leaky gut, the child wasn't potty trained, hyperactivity wasn't stable, this were low, there was no speech, wasn't concentrating, no attention. I started fixing the gut, I started healing the gut. The child became potty trained. Something that took us years was a battle, became calm. From just fixing one, the child began to speak. This was a child that didn't have speech. So when you heal the gut, it's like a chain reaction. As you are working on one, you just see these things that you are budging. Oh, I want to do this. Just that's why most times more doesn't always mean the best, unless most times it's best. Don't focus on that's why you see some persons, they just say this is what is working now. Boom, they've gone to buy. This is the magic supplements, what some people call oríṣiríṣi gbogbo mi ṣe. One supplement, you fix this, fix that, you buy it. Sometimes it becomes more challenges for the child, more problems, more issues, more meltdown. You see some parents every day before the child is for school, they will give like 20 supplements, 10. They're adding, they're just adding, they're just adding. That is why most times, even if you want to give supplements, which I'm not against supplements, you can try one. Observe for some days, observe for some weeks, give it time, see how the child reacts, see how the child accommodates that supplement. Then you can now move, okay, add this one, add this other one, if you must add in that manner. But don't just put one, two, three, four, five, six. You just add everything and you're giving to the child, and the child is off the roof. No, you need to track what the challenge is by tracking what you are giving that child, including food. When you want to introduce a new food, or you want this child to have more protein, for instance, or you want this, don't just take different kinds of that class and do to the child. The child might be, I've seen a child react to potatoes, will have rash, eczema flea. So if you don't introduce one after the other, you might not know the particular foods that is causing that. So you need to pay attention, close attention to what you are giving the child. Find out, because the biggest mistake some parents make is trying to fix everything at once. Instead, become a detective. That's interesting, you know. Become a detective. Observe, track, record patterns, look for clues, check for food, check for sleep, check for behavior, check for bowel movement. See, there are some poo a child, when a child defecates, there are some you see greenish, some will be dark, some will be watery, some will be slimy. It's telling you what is happening to that child. It is telling you what's happening to that body. You can track what is going on with the child, even from the poo. So I want to give you an assignment, like a 7-day observation challenge. Please take note of this. This is a 7-day observation challenge. Just check it from today, from now till next week. Check what the child eats. After the child eats, observe and see how the child reacts. 2, check for sleep quality. Check moods, number 3. Check behavior, number 4. And of course, check digestion. How is this child? Just check this and observe for 1 week. Tell me after 1 week what you observe. You will see great changes. You start keeping track of what is going on. You find out that these things are very crucial. Awareness is very, very important. It comes before transformation. The future, the very future of special need parenting is not only in therapy, it's not only in medication, it's not only in supplementation, it's not only in school support, but it is in understanding the whole child. It is in understanding what I call the total child. What if the behavior is not a problem? What if that behavior is a clue? Dear parents, I want you to think about this. What if the behavior is a clue? Because the greatest breakthrough happens when we stop fighting the behavior and start understanding the child behind it. The greatest transformation happens when you understand the child behind it. Know that some things are not just normal. It doesn't just happen. Nothing goes for nothing, like they say in Nigeria. Nothing goes for nothing. There is a trigger. There is something beneath it. Just like the foundation, it carries the entire building. Find out what the gut is telling you. Heal the gut is a connection. When you heal your child's gut, you find out that the child's everyday transforms before you. When I started to do this, I began to see transformation. I began to see my child thrive. Don't just sit in that realization that because, special needs child, so anything that happens is meant to, I told the parents one time that there are some things that will happen because you feel the child has autism. So you just assume that is the reason this child is behaving this way. That's the reason this is happening. No, it might not really be so. So I want you to take note of this today. Find out what your child's behavior is trying to tell you. Find out what you need to know. That's why you need to go for adequate knowledge. If you are not in the PaySetter community, we have a free WhatsApp community. Join us with this day, daily, free resources to equip parents. Testimonies abound. You need to be in the right space when we hear it because emotionally, psychologically, it will not be the same every day. There are sometimes you will be down. That is why the PaySetter Parents Tribe exists. Not because parents need another WhatsApp group, not because parents need more information. Parents need community. Parents need support. Parents need people who understand. Parents need a tribe. And why the PaySetter Parents Tribe exists? Imagine having a community that understands, a safe place to ask questions. In that place, we are naked and not ashamed because everyone is going through one particular challenge or the other concerning their child. You see experts to learn from. You see parents cheering you on. You are not alone. Resources at your fingertips. People who celebrate every win with you, as tiny as it is. God never created us to be alone, and God have never been a loner. He's a three-in-one God. I always tell people, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. When He was creating, when He got to creating, I said, "Let us make man. Let us." Don't think, I'm a man, one man squad. I can do it on my own. No, where your own ends, that's where another person's own starts. So there are a lot to learn from community. There are a lot to learn from others. You need to look for a tribe that understands you. Because at times you might feel, yours is worse. The situation of your child, this. When you not hear from another person, you realize that, mine is not that bad after all. There are some that you also feel you're doing so well. You see another person's journey, you feel motivated to do more. You feel that there's a place called better. There's a place for more. You get motivated. You get inspired. Because some days you'll be down. If I tell you it's going to be easy, I am lying to you. That sometimes it won't be as rosy as you feel. But when you're in a community, you see that it's easier. It becomes easier. The body become lighter. We are building the largest community for special needs family. We want you to be part of it. So if you have not registered for our PaySetter Parents Tribe, we have an annual circle starting 1st of September through December 31st, 2027. We're starting this year. I want you to register for a full year is 150,000 naira. How much is that? There are times where parents pay heavily on a monthly basis, yet no solution. We're even giving a flash sale for those that will be registering this week. You can pay 120,000 naira. That's just like 10,000 naira every month. You can't compare that. How much do people spend for pizza? How much do people spend for different things? But this is a child's transformation we are talking about. Because one of the reasons I always run, I'm always on my feet. I don't want to be old and I'm still carrying an adult that is deregulated, that is still not stable, that's not, you know, caring for himself, that is not dependent, that is not independent, is dependent on people. No. So because of that, I move. Even when I'm tired, I just ask God for grace and I move. So why do parents struggle when it can be better? So that is why I'm inviting you to join the PaySetter Parents Tribe. Imagine having a community that understands you. It's a safe place. No one is not a judgment zone, it's a support place. That's what it looks like. Thank you for today. I I'm glad you came. I'm not taking your time for granted. One of the most valued treasures of this world is time for you to come online, to join, listen, and be attentive. That's why they say pay attention. You come, pay attention to what is being said. And so many of you have been giving me feedback. Oh, we tried this that you said, and my child is better. One was telling me 2 days ago, oh, you saved my child to the glory of God. So I am so grateful to you, and it's a honor I don't take for granted. I want to appreciate you for your time, for joining. Thank you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not, and turn on your notifications so that if we go live, you'll be first to see it. And this period, we're coming live on a daily basis, Monday to Fridays, 2 p.m. Please take notes and tell others. Be there. We'll see you tomorrow by 2 p.m. Thank you and God bless you. Bye for now. Mm.